In this video, I want to show you how to create Laravel API and how to write the test cases. I have installed a fresh Laravel application. So before we start, we have to do a couple of things. So first I will open phpunit.xml file. In this I will uncomment these two lines. Then since we are using SQLite database, I'm going to create a file database.sqlite inside the database folder. So now everything is fine. Then I'm going to create PHP artisan make test product controller test. Then I'll open product controller test. In here I will remove this sample method, and then here I'm going to write the first test. So it is going to be it shows a list of products. Okay, so in here actually what I'm trying to write the test is I'm going to show the list of products and writing the test cases. So we are going to do by writing the test cases first, and through the test cases we are going to implement the functionality. So first I'm going to create a product and product factory create. We know that we have not yet created the model product, so we will create it now. PHP artisan make model. So we have to create migration factory and the controller. It is done. Now I'll open create products table. In here I'm going to use foreign ID, user underscore ID, constraint, and then table string title, and then we are going to add body, and then we will add product image. So I'm going to mention string path. Okay, I think this should be fine. So we have added the required fields. Then we'll open product factory. In here we'll add title, so $this figure, sentence, so and then body $this figure paragraph. Okay, and then what we need, path of the product. Okay, I'll just add product.jpg. so this should be fine. And one more thing we need to add, which is user underscore ID. So user factory, and then we will open product model. So here I'll add protected $guarded equals to empty, and then we will add the relationship. So product belongs to the user, so user belongs to, and here return $this belongs to user class. Okay, so then we will come back to test case. So in this one we will just add product factory. We will add 10 products. Okay, and then $this response. So we have to call the HTTP endpoint. So $this get JSON. So action product controller class, and method will be index. Okay, and then response assert. Okay, we will assert the JSON count. JSON count must be 10. Okay, now we will run this test case. So we are getting failure. We will see general error, no such table. Okay, so actually since we are working on the test case, so we need to add the refresh database thing. So here in newer version of Laravel, we can add lazily refresh database, and then again we will run this one. So if you see this one, it shows there is no action exist. Okay, so we will open api.php. So in here I will add route controller. This is going to be product controller. We are going to group function. Okay, so route get, this is going to be list of products, right? And then method is index. Then again we will run the test. So what is the error we are getting? Failed asserting that 200 is identical to 500. So the reason is we have the product controller but we don't have index method. So we will open product controller. In here I'm going to add the method index. Okay, now if you run this, we are getting another error. So invalid JSON return from the route. So what we are doing, before that we will go back to the test case. If I comment this one, if I run this, it pass. Okay, so we'll go back to product controller and we'll add $products product query, and then get return response products. Okay, this will give the 10 products. So we are asserting JSON count is 10, right? So this should pass. This is passing, right? So it's fine. So other than this one, we can assert couple of things. For example, assert JSON structure. In here we can add star. Just we are adding the structure. So in here what we are going to display, ID, title, body, user underscore ID. Okay, now we will run the test again. We will see what we are getting. So this is passed. So if we dump this one, response JSON, if we DD this one, if we run this test, if we see, we are getting the list of products. I'm going to move this one to data. So inside data we'll be having all the products. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell here this should be the data. So data count must be 10, and in here this should be wrapped inside the data. Okay, so here okay, so now if you run the test, it is failing because we don't have the data. So we need to add it in the response. So we'll go to product controller. So to add that, what we need to do, I'm going to create a product resource. So PHP artisan make resource product resource. Okay, so I will open product resource. We are returning the array. Now we will come here, we will remove this response, and we will add product resource collection products. Now we will run the test. We will see it is getting passed. And then we will do one more thing. We'll go to product resource. In here I will remove this user ID and I will add user. Okay, so I'm running this test. So PHP artisan test. So it is failing because we do not have the key user, right? So we'll go to product resource. I will just remove this one. I'll make it in array, and here user should be a user. Okay, we need one more thing. So first what I will do, I will add $this merge array accept comma user underscore id. So in here we need to have the user resource, user model, right? So here I'll just add user. It should be user resource colon make $this user. Okay, right now we do not have a user resource. I will add it now. PHP artisan make a resource user resource. I'll just change this one. If we run this test, we will see what we are getting. Again, I'm running this test, so it is getting passed. We will move on to the next test, so which is it creates product. In this one I'm going to create a product factory raw, because I'm going to get the faker one and then passing it to the method. So response and $this post JSON. So action product controller, the method should be store, should go to store method, and then I'm passing product. Okay, so after that we need to asset created. First we will check this one. We will add a couple of things later. If you run this test, one is passed, another one is failed. We will see what is the error. So product controller store not found. So we will open api.php. In here we will add route post products. Now if we run the test again, still it is failing because we don't have that method exist in the product controller. We'll go to product controller. I'll add the method called store. Here I'm adding request $request. We need to validate the request, right? So attributes equals to request validate. It should be title required, body required, path required, and user underscore id required, and this must be integer. After this can create product. So $product equals to product create $attributes. So return, so product resource make $product. Now we will run the test and check it. So it is passed. So what we will do, we will dump this one and see what is the response we are getting. So accordingly we can asset additional things. So here if you see, so we are getting user data and then title, body, and everything. So if you see it here in the user data, we are getting too many things like email verified at we are getting, so this is not required, and created at, updated at also not required. But so for that we will go to user resource.php. So this is an array and $this merge array except this one, comma, we are going to remove email underscore verified underscore at, created at and updated at also, it is not required. Again we will run the test. So user, which is having id, name, email, and then title, body, path, everything we are having it. We are going to assert a couple of things further. So we can do one more thing. We will copy this assert JSON structure and I will put it in here. We don't need a star because we are not getting array of data, right? We are getting the single product. So I think this should work. After this one, we need to do additional assertion, so which is assert JSON fragment, and we can check title equals to $product of title. Assert JSON fragment, we can assert body equals to $product of body. Okay, so I'll remove this DD and we will run it one more time. So it is good, it is passing. Okay, so we have written the two tests. So let's move on to other things. It updates product. Okay, so in this one we will add product equals to product factory create, and then a response equals to action product controller. So this is the class name, method is update. After that we are going to pass product ID, so product ID. After this action we need to pass the data. Okay, so we are going to update the title. This is going to be test title. Okay, and then next response assert successful and assert JSON path data.title, so it should be test title. Now we can run the test. One is failed, so which is this one. So we will go to api.php. We will add this one is put and then update. So we need to pass product ID in the URL. So product, we will go to product controller. We will add update request $request product $product. I'll copy the same thing and I'll put it in here, but additionally sometimes, because we are not going to pass everything at one time, so we don't need this user ID. $product equals to tab product update $attributes, and then return product resource make $product. Now we will run the test, we will see. So it is passed. So we have successfully written the 3 test cases. Okay, then we will move on to the fourth one, so which is it deletes product. So here also you need to add your product and then product factory create, and then $response $this delete JSON action product controller. This is going to be destroy. Okay, and then we need to pass product. Okay, product ID, so $product ID response assert no content. Now we run the test. One is failing. Okay, destroy method is not found, so we'll go to api.php. So we will take a copy of this one, we will add delete and destroy, and then we'll go to product controller. We'll add destroy product $product. So here product delete return response no content. Okay, now we will run the test. So everything is passed. So until now we have written 4 test cases. One is showing the list of products, another one is creating the product, and next one is updating the product and deleting the product. So in the next video we will add the product image, then we will assert that storage also, and then if you go to product controller, so we have written everything in here, and we can check the file upload in the validation, and we'll check the file upload in the update and the store, when we create the product also. Okay, thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share it to your friends.